The eclipse energy is the new normal. The eclipse energy is the new normal. Everything in the shadow has to be illuminated by way of being eliminated. We have to be able to see what it is that needs to be removed. So the sun is literally shining its light on the moon. It's not the moon covering the sun. The moon can't cover the sun. The moon can create the visual illusion that the sun is covered. But the sun is very, very powerful. It's a big ball of fire. Eclipse energy is the new normal. And people are feeling it, especially people that not only wanted to cloak their energy, because cloaking your energy can be used for many different reasons. Sometimes you need a divine cloak for people that are just nosy, that are invasive. They want to be all up in your spiritual business, know what you got going on, and you have a divine cloak over you or divine protection, right? But you also have people that want to cloak and or sweep under the rug the things that they don't want to talk about, the things they don't want anybody else to know about, because these are things that were done unwarrantedly out of fear, frustration, anger, low vibrations, and things that were unjust. So there's shame there. There's fear of people finding out that they did something shameful. So the moon, figuratively, is like the rug. Oh, we'll just sweep this under the rug. It's on the dark side of the moon. Nobody will ever know. The eclipse energy is the new normal. Why? Because when we break this down spiritually, the sun represents Christ, raw energy. The sun represents the collective. The moon represents the soul, the dark night of the soul. On the external, we can actually see and or witness planetary alignment by way of how the planets are moving. But if we apply it to current time right now, the sun is the divine collective. You are the sun. You are the living word. You are the sun in the earth. Everywhere you go, you're illuminating the darkness. This is why when you go places, people can see your aura because there's a light about you. You are literally walking, breathing solar panels. You have harvested light from the sun, and that light, by way of illumination, has ignited your divine spark. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine, is now this big light of mine. It has to shine. There's no shadows. There's nothing to shade the sun. It's a permanent download. It's a permanent way of being. It's a don't do anything that you feel ashamed about, whether people find out about it or not. This illumination has everything to do with everything being revealed within you first, between you and source, coming to a determination by way of the shadow element, what needs to go, what needs to be casted out. It's a call for deliverance of the shadow, is what it is. Casting no doubt. When the sun is that bright, there's really nothing that can hide. When the lights are on that bright, when your light is shining, you see. That's the Ace of Swords. There's no more confusion about what it is that you see and what you know to be true. Because now our eyesight has been upgraded. Our third eye has been upgraded. We have divine connection, divine protection. All we do is ask for the truth without asking for the truth. Because that's an action that we're taking, walking in the truth, representing the truth, speaking the truth, executing. That's the King and Queen of Swords. That's Aquarian energy. That's the age of Aquarius. That's the golden age. That energy right there is a permanent energy. The eclipse is not that this too soon shall pass. It was never really a date, y'all, to anticipate. Although by way of the world standards, August 12th, okay, was the date based on the Gregorian calendar, whatever that means to anybody that's still holding on to dates, that's fine. I'm not here to judge based on that. But it was never really a final date. The eclipse energy has always been available to those that can see beyond the veil. You see the truth. Real recognize real. Nobody can put a veil over your eyes. This is a time for seeing. But first things first, all versions of yourself, who you've been, who you don't want to be, who you're conceiving yourself to be, who you're co-creating yourself to be, yes, you can be somebody else. You can shift gears. You can change your ways. When given the opportunity and the sun comes up, that right there is your indication. That's your green light to have a new day, a new mind, a new you, a new everything. What does that look like? What does that smell like? What does that taste like? What does that feel like? That is a real energy. It's a permanent energy, and the eclipse energy has always been available by way of the sun and the moon. Things are being decoded by way of what used to be so elusive. It's a grand awakening. It's available to everybody. Now, here's the flip side of the coin. There's always a flip side. You got some people, that are fighting tooth and nail to hold on to that shadow. It's like wrapping your arms around death, not wanting something to be eliminated or illuminated, because the biggest fear is that other people are now going to see the truth. That should never be the concern. This is about self-reflection. If the sun is illuminating to me things that need to go, maybe little things that are still lying dormant that I'm not aware of, then that is for me. That's for the taking. That's for me. Who's to say the lady over there or the guy over there can see now what I was hiding? It doesn't matter if they see it or not. Transparency is really a relationship between you and the creator. A lot of people miss the opportunity to be transparent, honest, and true in the presence of themselves. You ever seen somebody in denial, lying to themselves and nobody's there? It's just them and they still lying like, I don't know what they're talking about. That's crazy. I didn't do nothing wrong. What? It's nobody there. Who are you talking to? Your version of yourself? You running from yourself? And everywhere you go, you see a mirror. Be that through a situation, person, place, or thing, or maybe it's the mirror in your bathroom. Since people like to cover their mirrors, right? Too many people were concerned about cloaking what they did not want people to know. And they missed an opportunity to be transparent in the presence of the creator. In order to have a new, we got to clear all this stuff out. And some people, nobody's exempt, had more things to unpack than others. There's really no comparison though, but that's how they saw it. I can't tell nobody about this. I don't want nobody to know about this, right? Because in their minds, they're comparing your light to their darkness. People have things that they will take to their grave, and that's fine. The transparency is an opportunity for introspection in the presence of the Creator. You can't cloak yourself in the presence of the divine. That sun is raw energy. The sun represents the crown. The sun represents Christ consciousness, Christ activation. That's what it means. And when I tell you earlier today, because I'm so empathic, I was feeling other people's shadows. I'm like, this ain't even my shadow, man. What is this? I could feel the shadow being casted on the planet. I was like, ooh, this is interesting. So I'm out driving, going to and fro here and there, doing my thing, moving around. And so many people were like kind of road raging, like the energy was so, you could feel it. And very few and far in between were there decent people that were awakened. People that I encountered in the day that had a lot of light around them. And they're just like, oh, having a good day. Transparent, nothing to hide. Whatever you can see is what you can see. They're not embarrassed in the presence of other people because they have an acceptance with the divine. Once the divine is on your side, whom shall you fear? Who are you fearing? Creator says, I'm with you. You concerned about what she thinks about you? Oh yeah, you ain't learned enough yet. Now, be that as it may, as easy as that sounds to do, it's not easy. So many people gave their power away. I was like, whoa, a lot of people are holding on to these shadows. They do not want to die. They do not want to die. They do not want to rebirth. Not everybody, but there was a decent amount. And if you're a light worker on a light day, you already know, you felt it. You're feeling your neighbors, you feeling this. I was just like, yo, it was a lot of road rage. Like people dipping in and out of traffic. I'm like, where are they going? I'm just driving at a normal speed. I'm like, go ahead, get over. Go ahead. I hope they make it. This is what I'm saying in the car. I hope they get there, sending them love and light. I hope they're safe. I hope wherever they got to go, they're going. But it was just an energy. And then you could see the shadow. Because we are empathic, because we have these very special abilities spoken about in the book of Ephesians, for my Bible thumping favorite people. For you, I give the gift of spirit. For you, I give the gift to hear spirit. For you, I give the gift, the oracles, the messengers. Everybody's got their gifts. I could empathically feel all that frequency. I was like, whew. I was like, this ain't even my roller coaster. But okay, spirit, is there something I'm supposed to see about myself? Spirit was like, here's a couple of shadows for you. I'm like, oh, okay, damn, I didn't know I was still holding on to that. Whew, that's my biggest fear. Okay, what are we going to do about that? Yeah, you get to work. Ain't nobody exempt from it. It's not a game of favoritism. It's really not. It's either you do or you don't. You can see or you can't. You want to see or you don't. Now we are in the age of illumination, light body, eliminating the shadow. There's nothing that is hidden. Now, some people wanted to put on glasses, dark glasses, like, I don't want to see that. Because to whom much is given, much is required. There was an upgrade in spiritual gifts, healers, intuitive people, teachers, leaders. There was an upgrade. And one thing about the high priestess is we are really honestly the keeper of secrets. We really are. Most of what we say, we have to be obedient when the divine is like, don't you say nothing about that. But you can see it. You're like, That's what's going on, huh? It's not a shadow. It's just sacred. You're not hiding the secret. You're just saying, you know what? I'm aware of that. Because the high priestess is being made aware so that she can take action and do what the high priestess is supposed to do. Sometimes spirit will have you encounter somebody that you're supposed to pray for. You might see everything. Doesn't mean you have to speak on it. That obedience comes from source. Creator will tell you yes, no, maybe so. Don't say that. With that being said, listen, welcome to Spiritual Core TV and the Ancient Soul Oracle. This video will be premiering on both platforms. If you've not joined me over there, please do. If you've not joined me here at Spiritual Core TV, I'll premiere it here first. And then we're going to do the extended at the Superstars level. And at the other platform, the Ancient Soul Oracle, we're going to do it at the Ascended Masters level. Because there's instructions now. The eclipse is a permanent energy. It's a permanent energy. And for those people that were trying to, for whatever reason, stop you from seeing the best version of yourself, they merely stop themselves from seeing the best version of themselves. The duality there, right? Duality is a choice. And if you don't choose, you can be unstable in all of your ways. So for those people that are choosing the light, they're choosing to see, it's like we can handle the truth. Divine timing is saying, okay, I'm going to show you this because you're ready now. That's coming from source, right? So anybody that tried to stop us really stopped themselves. I can make this up right out the gate. Listen, the Ace of Cups. All thanks, all gratitude, all praises be to the Most High God for illumination, for being able to see the way, to see the right thing to do. Let there be no confusion in the light. The Ten of Pentacles. The High Priestess is being called to even higher honor. That even though you can see everything, you're becoming a little bit more tactful, a little bit more obedient to the call. A lot of things are sacred. A lot of things will be said telepathically. For those people that are tapped in, tuned in, meditating in a sober mind. And when I mean sober mind, I don't mean by way of recreational things that people do in the world, like drinking or smoking. I mean sober mind as in a clear heart, a clear mind, not being weighed down by anything, but simply being used by the divine to channel clear divine presence. Whew. The creator was like, let me use you. I'm like, okay, go ahead, creator. What is it that you want us to know? I can make it up. The high priestess energy, intuitives, goddess of the water element, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, nurturing, intuition, dream state. You don't have to be laying in your bed with your eyes closed to be dreaming. We dream all day with our eyes wide open. Scorpionic energy, death, transformation, and rebirth. A new birth. The Three of Wands, High Priestess, Divine Soul Family are being called to leadership, dignity, grace, high honor, courage, diligence, obedience. And all those things are at the top of the list. First, to source, self in that order. And then the rest of the world has to adjust according to that. This is about journey. Three of Wands is taking a journey. The Ace of Cups is an offer from the Creator. It's the best offer in the entire ever, forever in the world. It's the best offer. It's the realest offer. The Queen of Cups, Goddess of the water, going with the flow, healing. Water represents baptismal, rebirth, renewal, becoming anew, co-creating with Source, being obedient, applying wisdom, patience, grace, allowing yourself grace, allowing yourself patience. Be patient with yourself. Remembering you were always a work in progress, but now the Creator is saying, okay, now I'm going to give you more responsibility. And that responsibility is the sun, the truth. I'm going to show you the whole truth. But first, I needed to assure that you are able to emotionally, physically, spiritually, mentally handle being calibrated to the truth. Being called to high honor. Whatever these people got going on, Five of Wands in the reverse, that thought they were coming up against you, me, whoever, whatever. Five of Wands in the reverse is a backfire. That's spiritual warfare. Trying to block, stop, hex, curse, whatever, and then hide it behind the shadows, only for the sun to come in. You represent the sun, Kendra Soul Tribe. As soon as you hit the room, you illuminate everything. You can see everything they did to you. You're like, oh, or tried to do. It was an attempt that could have never have prospered. That's a part of your contract. That's a part of your promises. The weapons of a warfare are carnal and mighty through God to the pulling down of the strongholds by way of powers and principalities. You can see everything that they did. So while they were trying to stop you from being the best version of yourself, they were simply trying. You know exactly what they did. But why is this in the reverse? Because their battle is internal. It ain't got nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with you and everything to do with you. When the shadow has been casted by way of doubt, that's the energy that they carry. Now, did we want that for them? No. We don't need to want for anybody to be left behind. But at the same time, the Most High God is revealing to us so much truth. Most of it is sacred. Most of it is not even being spoken on a physical level, but instead telepathically. Because anybody at that fifth dimension and above, by way of a global awakening, you're picking up on the real downloads. If you know, then you know. And if you don't, then that means you're part of this separation. The Five of Wands in the reverse, those are internal battles that somebody wanted to externalize. Instead, they got exterminated by your healing. Look how you turned your back and got in the boat and sailed to calmer waters. Sailing to calmer waters, let's understand this for real. Sailing to calmer waters is being aware of what's going on. And by way of duality, you choose to take the high road. You choose to turn the other cheek. You are aware, you know. But the cup that is before you is the one that you're most obedient to, because that's the Creator. The Creator is your defender, your protector, your intuitive guide. And you're one with the Creator. Six of Swords is sailing to calmer waters, seeing somebody trying to cause warfare, turning your back and going, talking to the Creator. Creator's like, here's what's going on. To whom much is given, much is required. I'm going to reveal the truth to you, high priestess, because you can handle it. Now, doesn't mean that you need to react. If you do, just know you have your own free will, and what you do can absolutely change the scope and the direction of your journey. And when you chose the high road because you're being called to high honor, you may have even looked like a little punk on the surface. That's okay. Let them. That's what they feel. Doesn't matter, because what they couldn't see was this Ace of Cups. Why couldn't they see it? Well, one, they didn't want to see it for you. They wanted to stop you because they can't see it for themselves. When you see this opportunity with the Creator for yourself, you don't dibble and dabble in this type of meaningless activity. This is petty intrigue on a spiritual level. That's dangerous. That's like playing Russian roulette with your soul. Because a backfire to this capacity, Five of Wands, spiritual warfare, can take somebody out, can take their eye out. And you need your eyes to see. So now somebody's being blindsided by their own shadows. What they didn't want somebody else to know is now being seen by everybody, because a greater deal of people, 99.9% of people, chose to take the high road and not engage in something so they wouldn't forfeit their agreement and their incentive, rather, with the Creator. Creator's like, I got incentives. Okay? That's how it goes. We're like, okay, Creator. So we make a conscious effort because we just love the Creator so much and the Creator loves us. We're like, okay, we're going to make a conscious effort. We didn't know the incentive was the 10 of Pentacles because we would have done it for free. Why? Because it's such a joy to be in the presence of the Creator. That in itself is enough. The Ace of Cups is overflowing though. Most High God's like, I'm going to keep your cup full, okay? What overflows is in like an extra incentive. It's the overflow of what it is that you've desired. And you're like, dang, 10 of Pentacles? Wow, okay. Because you were seeking me first, not chaos, not concerned with other people were thinking. This eclipse energy is a permanent energy. People can't hide in the shadows no more. No more. Now, you're going to see some people lose it. You're going to see some people lose it. What's honestly the remedy? Because so many people were watching, so many people were digging, so many people were trying to do divination, trying to figure out, what were you working with? What were you doing? Are you doing magic? Are you going to a practitioner? Are you doing divination? What are you doing? How are you getting this? What is going on? They kept overlooking the Creator. And when you tell them, God did this for me, your testimony. If it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be here. Because they couldn't see that for themselves, they couldn't see it for you either. So they may have thought that you were lying. So what did they do? They invested their time, their energy, hiding in the dark, plotting, planning, thinking, meditating, trying to come up with different ways, trying to watch you, study you. Whole time, Creator is right there with an Ace of Cups. But Creator is like, I didn't give them the eyes to see. They don't want to see me. And so they don't. Because in order to see me, you got to be stripped down of everything. You have to be so transparent in the presence of Source. You have to live your life like nobody's watching, but know that everybody is watching. Yeah, we got watchers out here, but love is what did it. All while they were searching and looking, you know what did it? Love. Not from another person, love for self. This Lover's card represents your masculine, feminine energy being whole, self-love. And this is why a lot of you are actually attracting beautiful friendships, lovers, friends, whatever, partnerships, love for life, love for what you do, beautification in your home life, in your personal life. Yeah, look, the devil don't want no smoke, y'all. Five of Wands in the reverse and the devil in the reverse. People have to be their authentic selves. The eclipse energy is a permanent thing. You had a lot of people that were waiting for the eclipse to pass so they can go back into the shadows, only to find out, oh, the shadows, oh no, baby, that don't exist no more. You got to come into the light. Remember, people were riding the fence. At first, they were given an opportunity by way of free will. And now there's so many people going into the light that there's so much light that the darkness is disappearing. People don't have a choice but to be seen. Good, bad, and or indifferent. Got a lot of people out here playing around, trying to sweep stuff up under the rug. Listen, just because we don't say anything doesn't mean that we don't know. But one thing's for sure and two things are for certain. The Creator is absolutely wonderful and amazing and always keeps you tapped in to the truth because you can handle it. Look at the Ace of Swords here in his hand, the God of Swords. This is you carrying the Ace of Swords everywhere you go. It's like a light. It's a torch. Oh, I see the truth. Oh, I see. I can see. I remember my ancestors coming to me in a dream one year. And they all encamped around me. All of them. And this Indian chief walked up to me and she had ponytails down to the floor. 2 ponytails, big Indian feathers, a big garb, high priestess, all white. Had never seen her in this light. I said, this is my ancestor? Like she just showed up. She grabbed my face. She said, child, we just want you to see. She said, we just want you to see. And I was in a room with all of them, true story. And they were getting on my butt about certain things that needed to come to pass. And now here we are as the star. And they're very proud with the 3 of Cups because this is what they want me to do. So many people had things to say about it. The moment I didn't give a damn was the best day of my life. That was the day I set myself free. Right? I'm like, oh, this is a self-imposed imprisonment. Okay. Most High God was like, look at me. Okay. I'm going to send you help. I'm going to send you helpers. I'm going to send you angels. You're going to have everything you need. All you got to do is walk through here. I'm like, what? Through the valley and the shadows of death? Oh God, what is it that I got to do? First, we need to accept the fact that the shadows of death doesn't exist. It's an illusion. That's the past. 6 of Cups. Right? It don't exist. It doesn't exist. The 2 of Swords, blinded to the truth. We just want you to see. 2 of Swords means you got to make a decision. Now, there was a nice, beautiful window of grace and mercy where everybody had an opportunity to make a decision about their higher selves and what they want to do. So many people were afraid of becoming new people or becoming somebody that wouldn't resonate with a certain group of people, that they decided to stay the same. Some people are afraid to change. Some people are afraid, maybe their aunt, their mother's in their business, like, no, you need to go to school for this. Or no, you don't need to talk to him. Or no, you don't. A lot of people were bound to being like controlled. And they're afraid to be a free thinker. So they stayed in that. But what was pulling at them was their higher self and a version of themselves that they never gave the opportunity to meet. Ideas that they never gave birth to because they sold themselves out. They sold themselves on the idea that it's not going to work. So it didn't. But when you took a chance, 3 of Wands, and you said, you know what, I'm getting up, I'm going this way. They're like, well, what? Where are you going? What? I don't know. I just feel like my spirit is telling me to get up and go over here and go left. I'll see you. Love you. Bye. And you go and you're following the divine. Now they have a problem with you because, see, you represent change. You represent the illumination of their fears. You are the sun. You are raw energy. You are walking, breathing enlightenment. And so what you're doing now is forcing them to see themselves because the lights are on. There can be no shadows. The sun is bright. You force them to have to see that there's something within them that has to change. We didn't come here to be the same. That's how people got caught stuck in the loop. Reincarnating, 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 meeting the same cast of characters, casting the same illusions, the same shadows. So now that you have made a difference, the people that are behind you have something to say. That's the gossip, the slander, the devil in the reverse. But they can't hide. That's why the devil's in the reverse. All the devils have been exposed. There's no cloaking. There's nothing to hide from. Nothing. It's all out in the open. Because when given the opportunity to address that which was hidden and to deal with themselves, they didn't want to. They hid it out of fear. Five of Wands in the reverse. It's all out in the open. So when you walked away, they talked about you. Said you weren't going to make it, said something wasn't going to work out for you. Oh, you're this, oh, you're that. They held on to old narratives of you. When they couldn't find new information and they didn't know what was going on in your life, they talked about what happened 10 years ago. They fraternized. They spent time, energy, all of that. Everything they said is under judgment. Everything. This is like the internal judge. This is their inner child that's judging them, their higher self that's judging them. Because truth be told, the reason why they can't keep your name out their mouth is because they wish that they were you. But if they're wishing that they're you, then who the hell are they being? Somebody that somebody else needs them to be? Are they being who God has called them to be? They never even gave birth to different versions of themselves. If you revisit the past or go back to these people, and I'm just saying this hypothetically, doesn't mean it's going to happen. I promise you, they'll be talking about the same thing. They'll update you on everybody. Yeah, they still together. Still going through the same thing. But when you've not given them anything to talk about because you're not around and now the years are going by, whatever that means, by way of time and illusion, they have to sit with nothing but memories of talking about you. And they're sitting out here in the Five of Pentacles, sitting outside the gate. Look at your side of the tree. Your side of the tree is green. It has pentacles. And over here, it's wintertime all year for somebody. A barren place. Why? Because they wasted time. They wasted energy, essence, possibilities, creativity, having conversations, cackling, gossiping, talking about stuff that's not going to lead them to the next level because now their stories don't resonate with the narrative of your life. So even if they're talking about you per se, they're just speaking ill of the dead. You've been dead from this situation. When you walked away, you died. When you moved forward, you became somebody new. You're not even the same person. You've gotten further and further and further away from old versions of yourself because that's what ascension is. And as you get closer to that beautiful version of yourself, there's peace, there's solitude, there's prosperity, there's love, there's happiness, there's a relationship with the divine. Your intuition is heightened. You get beautiful spiritual gifts. You get new incentives. Every day's a good day. The sun comes up. You're happy. Life is good. That's what it is. Why? Because you were obedient. Now we get into the good part. Now you get to reap the benefits of financial gain. And there's stipulations on that. You're very protective over what this is that you have. The God of Swords and the Goddess of Swords. Not because you need to keep things a secret because you feel like people are going to find out your business. You know how people say, well, don't tell nobody what you got going on because you know they're going to try to stop you. These people ain't got no power to stop a damn thing. The Most High God is in this. The only person that can stop your blessings at this level is you. Who out here in their conscious right mind is stopping their own blessings? I don't know. And by way of blessings, I mean lessons. Be lessons, but don't be less. Be bliss. Listen to your intuition. Now We're turning up the light because turned down for what? It's a celebration in this thing. And the Most High God is throwing the party. This wanted to come up in the reverse. Whoever these reckless people are, you ever heard check yourself before you wreck yourself? This wanted to come up in the reverse. Somebody might be wanting to get some act right, but they got to act right with themselves first. Yeah, look, the Hierophant. The Hierophant is higher knowledge, being called to high honor, not engaging in certain things that you already see how it's going to turn out. They sent you death spells and poverty and all that. Most High God gave you a heads up. Look, the flow of knowledge, the water, Age of Aquarius, remembering who you are. Ace of Cups is overflow of intuition. You saw it. You said, oh, warfare. The devil. Okay. Most High God revealed it to you in your intuition. Remember when you took your cleansing bath and you started getting downloads and you knew, oh, okay, that's an illusion. Somebody sent me something. Okay, that's crazy. But then Most High God also showed you the solution. Most High God says, okay, here's what looks like it's the problem, but that's an illusion. These people are not a problem. It's a little problem to a big God. You serve a mighty God. Most High God also showed you the solution. That part you didn't speak on. Some things are to be spoken on at a certain time. Some things are to be spoken about never. It's just a knowing. You're like, oh, okay. Most High God was like, well, here's how it turns out for them. Okay. But I'm going to give you this Ace of Wands in case somebody want to get out of line. That's a war weapon. That's fire. That's a solar flare. Ace of Wands is fire. Most High God, because where I'm taking you in this Three of Wands, you know, hey, you're gonna need some more power from on high. So I'm gonna give you some more angels as an incentive to continue doing my work because you're doing such a good job. And I love the fact that you would do it even if I didn't give you these things. See, a lot of people don't know. They don't even know about the Five of Pentacles. They don't know. They don't know that you had to leave everything behind. That you sacrificed everything in order to be obedient. And you took the promises of the Most High God, even when on the physical level, you didn't see things manifest right away. But there was a knowing. God is like, I'm going to take care of you. Because when you focus on the work, Most High God will take care of you. When you eliminate the fear of what people think and you do it in spite of, Most High God will take care of you. That's a promise. Source is not a devil energy. That source will lie. The promise is the promise. You hold up your end of the bargain. You do what it is that you reincarnated to do with the purpose on purpose. And the Most High God says, I will raise you up for all the world to see. And they will know that it was me that guided your hand, guided your foot, guided your mind, guided your soul, gave you good health, everything. They will know and they will have to give reverence to me because every knee will bow and every tongue will confess that the creator above all creation is still very much on the throne and still giving out gifts, incentives, and blessings. The Ace of Cups is for everybody to take, but if you cannot see it, and you're lollygagging, sitting around, fraternizing with the devil in the Five of Wands, when do you ever leave room for your divine spark to be lit? The Hierophant. You're being called to high honor. I will be extending this in the memberships. I'll see y'all then. I love y'all. Peace be with you.